to the Power Max Mini Challenge at Donington Park, where the Mini Coopers are serving up the action. Nathan Harrison, having taken the lead away from Mark Wakefield, has not been able to shake off the attentions of his rival. It is as close as this in the battle for the lead at the moment as they head on the extended loop at the Donington Park Grand Prix circuit. Harrison covering off from his rival, and we've got quite a few exciting battles for position developing for behind them. However, not so much for third place, which is occupied by Ricky Page. You can see in the background of your screen, who has got that position pretty much all to himself at the moment. A few interesting battles developing further down the grid. In the meantime, we keep our eye on our race leader, Nathan Harrison, who's out of the last corner and onto the start-finish straight opposite the pits at the Donington Park circuit. A little bit further back, you can see that is Max Bladen, who is trying to keep Darren Chatt away in fourth place. And a little bit further back, Henry Neal, who started this race from pole position, has lost quite a few places and is under a lot of pressure from a growing string of cars. And one of them trying to make a move up the inside is Simon Walton. He takes a little look for the inside line at Redgate Corner, not able to make it stick. And a lot of people preferring to take the rallycross route there, including Adam Davey getting all four wheels thoroughly up onto the dirty stuff, dragging all that back onto the track, which I don't think anyone will thank them for, and will make the Craner curves extra exciting if you try tackling them with tyres that have recently acquired a patina of dirt. It makes it a lot more slippery and a lot more difficult, but nonetheless they continue to press on in pursuit of Henry Neal, who's having to drive a lot of this race on his rearview mirrors. And Walton now looking for the outside line out of the plains. That could leave him vulnerable to an attack from behind, but it doesn't. Walton gets the crossover, and that's putting on the inside of Neal for Coppice Corner. So is Walton going to get the move made? Indeed he does. He has managed to displace Neal for sixth position, so now Neal is side by side with a couple of their other drivers, and this is now the long drag all the way down to the chicane, and Walton favouring his slipstream to car number 21 of Adam Davey, but Davey not able to make a move stick around the outside. So car number 42, Henry Neal, keeps his hold on the position for the time being. And back up at the hairpin, we've got a big move down the inside of Max Bladen. There goes Darren Chatt taking the position away, but Bladen draws back alongside him as they come out of the penultimate corner and head towards the long left-handed hairpin. And there is just so much action going on in this race, it's hard to know exactly where to point the cameras, but we've got this developing battle still with Henry Neal under pressure from Adam Davey, and Davey running more than a little bit wide at the final corner, and that has cost him an opportunity to make up ground against Henry Neal. But still side by side there are Max Bladen and Darren Chatt heading into the first corner, and Chatt it is who's got the inside line for Redgate this time by, and that means that Max Bladen has to cede the position, and the black and green car moves up a place and leads him down into the Craner curves. But as we've seen quite a few times already in this race, these cars are extremely good at following each other closely behind. They seem to gain very good benefit from running in the slipstream, and a little bit optimistic, I think, with the amount of speed he could take into Old Hairpin there for Darren Chatt. He had quite a bit of oversteer on, and that is certainly a moment which will command the driver's attention, and it has allowed Max Bladen to climb right back onto his rear bumper. So can he return the favour and retake the position that he lost on the previous lap? Chases his rival up into Coppice Corner and out of it, and still our leaders are as if there was a piece of string tied to the pair of them. Nathan Harrison may have managed to put a move on Mark Wakefield a few laps ago, but Wakefield absolutely is not letting his rival get away, and is sitting right on the bumper of the lead Mini Cooper. And any slightest mistake that Nathan Harrison should make, Mark Wakefield is absolutely poised to take maximum advantage of that. But so far, Nathan Harrison doesn't look like making any. He's been pretty clean and pretty error-free so far. He started this race from fifth position, made a very good first lap, picked up a couple of places, and then got himself in a position where he could pick off Mark Wakefield for the lead of the race. Ricky Page continuing on his own in third place, and here is this battle for fourth between Darren Chatt leading Max Bladen, and Bladen having a look at the inside as they come to Redgate Corner, and Chatt tries to turn and take the normal line. Was there a bit of contact between the pair of them? They were certainly very, very close to it. So Chatt and Bladen come out of Redgate side by side. Bladen slightly ahead as they come into the super fast Craner curves. Are they going to go through it all side by side? It's Bladen and Chatt. Chatt gets the inside line for the left-hander, but Bladen's got the inside line for the right-hander at Old Hairpin, and he takes all curb he dares and takes the position, and that has compromised Darren Chat, and that's allowed Simon Walton to get a massive run on the pair of them, and Walton just breezes past Chat and moves straight up another place. Is he then going to be able to attack Max Bladen? Bladen keeping an eye on his mirrors for the bright orange car of Simon Walton. Bladen maybe having to cover the inside line at Coppers. No, he sticks to the standard racing line. Simon Walton turning in behind him, carrying a lot of speed through that very short apexed corner, which then leads him onto this, one of the fastest parts of the circuit when they build up towards the quickest speed. And he's tucked into the slipstream. He's going for it down the inside at the chicane. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Simon Walton moves as close as he can to the curb, and he's taken the position away from Max Bladen. So Bladen drops in place, and Henry Neal is now the one taking advantage. Neal down the inside of Chat. Chat moves down another place, and Neal trying to get past Bladen as well, but he's hit Bladen, and Bladen into Walton as well, and Chat caught up in the melee as well. So 3 cars off on the outside of the Adelaide hairpin. Bladen, Chat and Neal all tangling, and that seemed to begin when Neal got into the back of Max Bladen, and I can see a little bit of damage on the front of Henry Neal's car as well. And there's the result for Max Bladen. His car is shedding parts as he heads back, but also caught up in that melee. Darren Chat has certainly lost some places as well, and you can see the damage there on the front of Henry Neal's Mini, but a few other drivers have profited from that. Certainly the ones who are running behind him picked up 3 places, but further back into the pits, I believe that was Max Bladen heading in, no doubt having sustained a fair bit of damage in that contact. Let's take a little look at the replay. It began with Henry Neal going down the inside of Darren Chat, and it looks like he just got into the back of Max Bladen, and the absolutely innocent Simon Walton was just clattered into by the pair of them. Darren Chat having to turn his car around and get going again, and Simon Walton, I have to say, despite being completely hit out of the blue, got his car going very quickly again and was soon swiftly up on his way. I doubt that he had any idea that he was about to be clattered by a pair of Mini Coopers, but once he had, his reactions couldn't be faulted. He was up and running as quick as you could possibly ask for. Meanwhile, back up at the front, Nathan Harrison continues to lead this one. He's got Mark Wakefield not too far behind him, but if Wakefield was going to make a move, I think he's probably left it a little bit too late now, and you can see the damage left on the outside of the Adelaide hairpin as they come out of the Adelaide hairpin for the last time. Wakefield's last opportunity to make a lunge down the inside of Nathan Harrison, but he thinks better of it. Harrison is into the final corner, and he's out of it, and he spies the checkered flag. It's going to be a win for Nathan Harrison in the mini challenge, and he leads home Mark Wakefield. Less than half a second between the pair of them at the line. A very classy win for Nathan Harrison. Ricky Page somewhat on his own, back in 3rd position. And who's going to lead the charge to the line in 4th place is going to be Henry Neal. However, the stewards have assessed him with a 5-second penalty, so he is going to drop down in the final finishing order. That will move Martin Poole up into 4th place. And Simon Walton, despite being completely taken out at the Adelaide hairpin just a few laps ago, will be moved back up into 5th position, which is an incredible piece of damage limitation under the circumstances. But Nathan Harrison and Mark Wakefield both clearly enjoyed their battle for victory. So Nathan Harrison takes the win ahead of Mark Wakefield and Ricky Page. Martin Poole moves up to 4th place ahead of Simon Walton and Adam Davey, as Henry Neal is relegated to 7th. On the podium, Matt Neal is on hand to dish out the silverware, and the biggest trophy goes to Nathan Harrison. He spoke to Michelle afterwards.
Nice to see you, Ricky. Well done. Congratulations. A handshake from 3-time British touring car champion.
Yeah, I was over the moon. We had a good start and caught Mark, and we just pushed him away for the others to fight. Then I made a move on Mark, and he was not making it easy for me. I could not make one mistake.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. You know, I got a great start. Got in front of Henry, and I pulled a bit of a gap, and then I'm seeing in my mirror that Nathan had got past. And he caught me, he did a great overtaking move, and we had a great battle ever since. I did try a couple of moves on him, but he defended, you know. But Nathan deserves it. He's a brilliant driver, you know, and he deserves it.
So we had a really difficult weekend at Alton, and coming here, I was a little bit like I need a good weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware that we were at the back of the grid for the first race from the penalty carrying over. So I had it all to do, but it's nice to be back on the podium again, and I can't take anything away from these guys. It's a bit of a class act.
So in the championship standings, Nathan Harrison has a comfortable lead of almost 100 points over Ricky Page, who in turn is just about as far ahead of Mark Wakefield.
Great to see Ricky Page back on the podium, and things are certainly looking very good for Nathan Harrison with just Snetterton to go. That's it for the Coopers here at Donington, but join us again after the break when the Turbos take to the tarmac.